Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So tell us who you are in one or two sentences.
Okay, my name is Zainab Imam. I'm a consultant psychiatrist. I work in the United Kingdom and I specialize in the mental health of pregnant women and women who have just delivered. Who are
MashaALLah.
experiencing, that's what I do.
That's really
I've been a
wonderful.
doctor for over 25 years.
MashaALLah. And how long have you been married?
I've been married for 24 years by next month.
MashaALLah. So now I want to go back in time a little bit. So we're going back a quarter of a century. Did you know what you were looking for in a husband generally before you got married?
Yes.
And what were those criteria that you were looking for?
The first one, I wanted a Muslim.
Okay.
And then I wanted a gentleman.
Okay.
I wanted someone who will treat me like a lady, so who will open the door for me, who will be nice to me, who will do things for me. But most importantly, my number one was I wanted a Muslim.
Okay.
I wanted someone who had the fear of God. Then secondly, I wanted someone who was educated, both in Islam and in the Western education. I wanted a man that will wake me up for my prayers. I wanted a man that will lead me in prayer.
Wow.
Yeah. And what else did I want? I wanted someone who could speak English fluently.
Oh my God. I can so totally relate to that.
I don't know why, but I wanted someone who will speak English fluently. And then I wanted someone who was very neat and tidy. I wanted very neat and tidy. So if you were going to ask me out, you need to be properly dressed.
Okay, yeah. If we're going to be properly dressed, then they should be properly dressed.
Yes.
Now,
so
how did
but
you
most importantly was the Muslim. The Muslim was the top, and a practicing Muslim.
Yeah. And I could hear that differentiation. There's a Muslim and then there's the practicing Muslim, fearing God, waking me up for my prayer. Now, how did the two of you meet?
Medical school. He was my senior.
Great.
Yeah. He came to the very first day we met. We were preparing for the exams that helps, the exams that you do that will make you go into the clinical school.
Yep.
So the preclinical exams, we were preparing for it. And he was the PRO, the public relations officer of they call it the Muslim Student Society.
Yeah.
For the medical school.
Right.
And they organized tutorials to help the junior ones who were preparing for the exam. And he came to give us a tutorial.
So you married your teacher. He was just your teacher for just 5 minutes. That's all.
Just today.
MashaAllah. So what was that switch inside of you where you went from student, teacher, colleague to he's the one?
Okay, I think it was probably the first day. Maybe I didn't even realize what was going on. But I remembered
the chemicals moving.
But I remembered when he was teaching, I was just, for some reason, I caught sight of his fingers, and he had very neatly manicured. I mean, his nails were very well cut.
Yeah, we got evidence.
Yeah, so I don't know, for some reason that caught my eye, and I remember telling my friends that I don't know that brothers do their nails nicely. That he did notice. She said, "Was that what I was looking for?"
Yeah.
When he was talking, I said, "No, it just caught my eye by chance."
That's so cute. Yeah, because you wanted neat, right? And there was the evidence.
Yeah.
That's so.
And of course, he spoke very well when he came to
English.
teach us.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was also quite knowledgeable. And of course, when it was time for prayer, we stopped what we were doing. We all went to pray. We came back. So it caught my attention.
Wow. Yeah.
Right from day one.
Right from day one. And so you guys got married. And now it's been, 24 years next week for you.
Next month.
Next month. And so what makes your situation unusual and extraordinary, where people out there looking in back 24 years ago thought you wouldn't be able to make it, or you had some incredible, extraordinary circumstance?
Okay. The interesting thing was, although I liked him, and I passed the exam, moved to the clinical school, and of course I was a member of the Muslim Student Society, but nothing really happened.
Right.
Yeah. And it was very nice. It was everything I would want, but he never came to ask me.
Oh.
Until the very last day when he was leaving.
Wow.
He has passed his exam, he has graduated, and then on the last day.
The man has patience.
I really didn't know much about him apart from his name.
Wow.
I know his name. I know he's a nice person. He used to write a lot of articles about Islam.
Yeah.
And I will read, all his articles, but he didn't ask. And then on his last day, he did ask.
He made you wait the whole semester?
That was like maybe over a year after the first meeting, he did ask. And I said yes. But then that was his last day. And we're talking of 25 years ago. There were no mobile phones.
Exactly. No Facebook.
And he wasn't even sure where he was going to do his house job. So he just gave me his forwarding address to his family home. And that he will write me a letter to let me know where he will be. And
so that was the beginning of a long distance relationship now.
So it was a long distance relationship. And it was when he told me where he was going. That was the first time I knew which part of the country he was from. I'm from Nigeria originally.
Okay.
And in Nigeria, there are 3 major tribes. So there's the Yorubas in the southwest, there's the Igbos in the southeast, and there's mainly Hausa Fulani in the north.
Right.
I've always assumed that he's an Hausa man. But then when he told me where he was going, he ended up, being a Kanuri from Maiduguri, from the northeast, one of the very minority tribes.
Wow.
So I thought, Kanuri from northeast, I'm okay with it, but I don't know if my family were going to be okay with it.
So was your family pretty strict about marrying inside of your tribe?
Not necessarily. They are not very strict. But there's been a precedence.
Certain expectations.
So my father married outside the tribe.
Okay.
So, and the marriage didn't last.
Oh, so there was some beliefs going on there.
Yeah, so my parents were divorced.
Yeah.
Just before I was 2, the marriage didn't last at all.
Right.
And I think the issues of the tribe and everything got into it.
Yeah.
And family squabbles and all that. So their marriage, although they liked each other very much, but for some reason they couldn't sustain the marriage.
Too much outside
influence.
Yeah.
So and with my husband, they didn't want an outsider.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they've had the pain.
Yeah, especially the mom. My immediate family were okay. So far he's a Muslim, they were fine.
Yeah.
But the extended family
was not fine.
They were not really comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And I think we ended up cutting for about 3 years before we eventually got married. There were a lot of, hurdles, trying to please everybody, trying to make sure everybody accepted before we actually ended up getting married. So it's amazing.
And so now you've been married all this time, mashallah, and there's hurdles and there's hard work and compromise and everything. But as you look back at the theme as the main picture of what you've been through in this last 24 years with this man, that you chose pretty much from his fingers on the first day. You know, it's so romantic. It's so romantic. How has it been overall?
It's been absolutely wonderful.
Oh,
My husband still hugs me every day if he's around, especially if he's in town. You know, we still hug. I'll just show you around.
Sure.
Yeah, if you see on the floor, can you see my hands?
There you are.
Okay. He's led the Maghrib. He sent message to tell me that I'm preparing for Isha. So I've got this Skype call and he's waiting.
Oh.
Whenever he's around, we'll say our Subhi together. We'll say our Maghrib together. We'll say our Isha together.
That's so beautiful.
Except he's not in town.
Alhamdulillah.
And he's a very consistent person.
Wow. You can rely on him.
Yes.
That's so beautiful.
He's very honest.
Oh.
When he says something, you can be rest assured that it is the truth.
Wow. Wow. It kind of reminds me of Lady Khadija radiallahu anha and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, she knew whatever came out of his mouth was.
Yes. I don't doubt him at all.
SubhanAllah. SubhanAllah. So tell me now, as we're talking to this and people are watching this right now, and there are women and men out there who are feeling a sense of hopelessness because they don't know if their parents will agree, they marry outside their race, they have extraordinary circumstance. What advice would you give them?
The first and foremost, prayer. Before you step into marriage, do istikhara. And sincerely ask God for guidance. What I remember asking as a youth was, I didn't want what happened to my parents. I don't want my children to grow up in a house without a father and a mom who love them. So I wanted someone who will understand me, who will be patient with me, who wouldn't want to make me leave, who wouldn't threaten me. And I prayed for the person I wanted, and then I did istikhara. And when I found the man that fitted some of those characters, I just continued to pray.
Yeah.
Until it happened.
Alhamdulillah.
So prayer, having firm faith and asking, being patient. And it's not that, although I say it's perfect, it's not as if marriage doesn't have its own hurdles.
Yeah. There's no such a thing as perfect because there are no perfect people, no perfect situations.
We're all humans at the end of the day, and sometimes we'll make mistakes. And the best thing is patience. Whatever happens, be patient with each other. And then if one person upsets another person, don't leave it too long before you resolve issues. So communicating, talking to each other.
Yeah.
Don't let things go for too long. For us, we try to talk about everything the same day if we can. And apologize. Even if you're not the one that's done something wrong, just say you're sorry and let it go. Don't hold grudges.
Yeah.
And when things are bad, think of why was it that I liked him in the first place.
That's good advice. Good advice. Thank you so much. And may Allah bless you. I'm going to turn off the recording now, inshallah.
Okay.
Okay.